many rules do you actually have to get right in order to count as having played a game? It's an honest conversation. It's a real question. Like, think through it real quick. Leave a comment down below. And I know West's first reaction to this was
80%. If you get
no. That wasn't your first reaction to this. Your first reaction to this was
most.
No, that wasn't your first reaction to this.
Well, I don't even remember.
Your first reaction to this was any number. Like, you just, as long as you played the game, you played the game.
That's true. As long as you played the game,
you played the game. You played the game. And I think a lot of you are typing that down right now.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't matter how many rules you play, how many rules you missed.
Yep.
You played the game. You played the game. And then I countered.
Yeah, and you said, so what you're telling me is if you got all of the rules wrong.
I got 100% of the rules wrong. Did I play the game?
And I'm like, no. No, you probably didn't play the game. Because I could take all the pieces of Root and just play some random version of whatever it is with all the meeples and stuff, but that's not actually
That's not Root. Okay. Yeah. Then I said 80%. 80% wrong.
80% wrong. So you're getting only 20% of the rules right. That's still not the game. Because there's so many games there's so many rules in a game that if you get that many of them wrong, then you're probably not getting the same experience you're designing.
And then Wes thought he had me. He countered with a solid...
The majority.
You need a majority.
Yeah, just get the majority.
And I said...
51% of the rules?
51% of the rules,
That's still not enough. It's still not enough.
It still doesn't feel like enough
to be the right game.
count as having had played the game.
Yep.
So, this is our Monday Musings. This is a show we do over here on Quack&Co, where we have a conversation with you, questions that we have, thoughts about the industry, stuff that's going on in the world. This is Quack&Co, the board game channel, where every video is 10 minutes or less guaranteed.
Or double your money back.
And let's narrow this down.
1. The answer is 1.
First off, 1.
Yeah, because it's particular rules. I could get every single rule right in a game, except for one, like one really big one.
And it doesn't count
as actually having the experience of playing that game.
I played Venus, and we did not get starting resources to begin, which threw off the economy and basically broke the game.
Right.
Having played that, I do feel like we correctly we played Venus. We just played like an 1892 edition that was missing a central economic thing.
Yeah.
The same thing with Root. I've played Root and published a video on this channel with the dice mechanic backwards.
Right.
That is a central part of Root.
Yes.
That means it has broken the game. We played Frostpunk and dumped way too much coal down the statue.
Way too much coal, yeah. We destroyed ourselves way too fast.
Did we play Frostpunk, though?
We did. But maybe not. I mean, we played the game physically, but we got that major rule wrong, so it ruined the experience of the game.
But no, I feel like I've played Frostpunk 4 times.
We played more than 4, but yes. Is that the experience of the game, though? It's not the intended experience of the game.
Who's to judge what an intended experience is like? Like, is it the publisher? Is it the designer? Or is it the people that are sitting around having fun playing the game? Like, for instance, let's bring house rules into this conversation. No, but think about it.
Wait,
if we bring house rules
just give
into
me a
this,
second.
that are fixing a game.
I hate these theoretical conversations. Hate's the wrong word. I just like making me think so much about rules because I don't like rules to start with.
So why are you worried about getting any of them wrong?
Because
play the game you want to play, West.
I do play the game that I want to play. Every game that I play,
Does that mean
enjoy.
You've never played a game?
Probably. I've probably gotten every game I've ever played. I probably missed at least one rule.
I mean, one of the things for the people that leave comments that are ruthless about rules, and publishers and other people, like I have to be clear. Come to my studio.
Please.
Sit down without any guidance. Memorize, not 1, but 5 rule books that week.
Yep.
Put the game on the table. Entertain the audience vocally, verbally, with your personality, whatever it is. Film all the videos yourself, because that's what I'm doing. I have no one behind the camera.
That's true. Yep.
And get the rules right.
Get all of the rules right.
Every rule
Not
right.
a single one wrong.
Don't miss a single one.
Especially not that weird rule that's in the back of the book that is like a nuanced rule because you played this card with that card and all the experience that we have playing a game.
So that's where I was going to go with this.
So much fun.
If you had fun playing a game, I think you can say you played the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know where that percentage shifts. Because I do think we could have fun playing with the components of Root.
Yeah.
And not have played Root.
Correct.
I don't think it's definitely not 100%. Maybe it's 50%. But it doesn't feel right.
It's 50%.
It's got to be somewhere in the gray, like 65 to 70% ump.
Yeah.
But then also, like, how big of a category do certain rules dominate?
Yeah. Some rules have to be weighted because there are definitely rules within how you play or laying cards down or whatever that have to be those big major mechanic rules. You can't get those wrong.
And if we're concerned about the experience of the game, like the game that was designed to be played as it is designed to be played, meaning the designer sitting there over your shoulder, correcting everything you do some house rules make a game not the game? Like, not the same game anymore? Do they invalidate those plays? Are there rules that you could miss that that are fun to play, but take so much away from the actual experience of play? Like, I've had games, and I really mean this. I have had games where I missed rules. Arc Nova would be good.
Arc Nova, I was just thinking the same thing. It's a great example.
We played Arc Nova.
Oh my gosh,
posted it to the channel.
Much fun.
We had an amazing time playing that game.
So much fun.
It felt resource rich. It felt like we could just build our zoo. We felt tight. Incredible. We felt competitive. And then we posted it, and the audience went through, and they clarified where we'd missed major rules. And I liked the game a lot less.
A lot less.
It was
not nearly as much fun.
It was tight. It was cutthroat. It like didn't give me what I wanted out of it. What I was looking for in a board game. So
we house rule.
Yeah.
And sometimes house rules become the actual rules of the game.
Does that mean we're not playing the game? So how many rules? How much? What percentage? I want a number from you. Think through it. Really evaluate a game. Pick your favorite and weight it, right? Like Kingdom Death for me.
Right.
Or Bus. Let's go simpler than Kingdom Death. Bus. I have played sessions of Bus where we messed up some of the starting tiles.
Sure.
I still played Bus.
Yep.
But if I think about a core mechanic, like for instance the order that you resolve the activations.
Yep, I was just going to say the same thing.
Let's say we mix that up.
I
think probably we didn't play Bus. Even if it was fun, I think, or the time mechanic. Let's say we removed the time mechanic from the game or that overarching threat.
Right.
I think there's a chance we still kind of played Bus. I think it'd drop it to let's say everything else is right, but the time mechanic isn't there. I think it's 85% correct. The feeling of the game is not the same, but the mechanics of the game are still there.
Yeah, but it's a crappy game.
I'm just saying.
These make me hurt my brain.
So let me know. Let me know.
They hurt my brain.
Our Monday Musings today. What counts as having played a game?
Give us an example of your example.
And can you think of a house rule that you think makes a game better for at least yourself, but as far as you're concerned, should invalidate it as having been played?
And what's the one rule on your game that if you got it wrong, you didn't play the game?
Yeah.
You didn't play it. No matter what you did, you could have played it 20 times. You got this one rule wrong, you never played the game.
I mean, for Kingdom Death, my gut check has to be something along the lines of crit fails, crit successes. If we invalidated the crit 10 or the crit fail, I almost lean towards you didn't really play it. It doesn't count. You played something. You played a thing, with the mechanics of Kingdom Death, but you didn't play it because you should be able to rip those balls off. You know what I'm talking about?
That's right.
That's right. White lion testes in your mouth.
Or you have a giant, lost your entire arm with your chest hanging out. A certain percentage
of our audience that just doesn't understand why I screamed.
Rip your balls off?
There is about 10% of the audience that they screamed with me. They're right there with me. Wow, it's still some of the best experiences I've had in a board. Oh, right. We'll see you later. Thanks so much.